On November 24, 1971, a seemingly ordinary flight from Portland to Seattle took an unexpected turn that would become one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. A man, later known as D.B. Cooper, boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305, blending in with other passengers. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a note to a flight attendant, claiming he had a bomb. Cooper demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. The calm and precise manner in which he issued his demands and the subsequent events left everyone in shock. Upon landing in Seattle, he released the passengers and collected the ransom. Then, mid-flight to Mexico City, Cooper did something astonishing. He opened the plane's rear staircase and jumped into the night with the money, never to be seen again. Despite extensive searches and a 45-year investigation, Cooper's true identity and fate remain unknown. How did he manage to vanish without a trace? Could he have survived the daring escape? This incident remains the only unsolved hijacking case in U.S. history, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and endless speculation. The calm evening of November 24, 1971, would soon be shattered by an event that left an indelible mark on American aviation history. Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305, a short 30-minute journey from Portland to Seattle, took off with 36 passengers and 6 crew members on board. Among them was a man who identified himself as Dan Cooper. He appeared to be an ordinary businessman, dressed in a suit with a black tie, white shirt, and carrying a briefcase. His demeanor was unassuming, and he quietly took his seat in the last row of the plane, 18E. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. At first, Schaffner assumed it was another passenger flirting with her, so she pocketed the note without reading it. However, Cooper leaned towards her and whispered that she should read it because he had a bomb. Startled, Schaffner opened the note and found a neatly written message stating that he had a bomb in his briefcase and wanted her to sit beside him. Still skeptical, Schaffner complied and sat next to him, prompting Cooper to open his briefcase and reveal several red cylinders, wires, and a large battery, leaving no doubt about the seriousness of his threat. Cooper calmly outlined his demands to Schaffner: $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck ready to refuel the plane upon landing in Seattle. He warned against any attempts to subdue him, threatening to detonate the bomb if anyone tried anything foolish. Schaffner relayed Cooper's demands to the cockpit, where the pilots immediately informed air traffic control. The message quickly reached Donald Nyrop, the president of Northwest Orient Airlines, who made the critical decision to comply with Cooper's demands fully. Nyrop prioritized the safety of the passengers and crew, understanding the potential catastrophe that could unfold if Cooper's bomb was real. To buy time, the pilots circled the Seattle-Tacoma airport while the authorities scrambled to gather the ransom money and parachutes. Passengers were told there were minor mechanical issues, which explained the delay. Unbeknownst to them, a high-stakes drama was unfolding. The FBI coordinated with a local bank to secure the cash, ensuring each of the $20 bills was recorded by serial number. Additionally, they sourced 4 parachutes from a nearby skydiving school. After approximately 3 hours of circling, the plane landed at Seattle-Tacoma Airport at 5:46 p.m. Following Cooper's instructions, the aircraft parked in a remote area away from the terminal. An airline employee delivered the ransom money and parachutes to the plane. Cooper meticulously inspected the items before allowing all passengers and 2 flight attendants to disembark. Only the pilots and flight attendant Tina Mucklow remained on board. With the ransom secured and the plane refueled, Cooper directed the pilots to set a course for Mexico City. He specified a low altitude of 10,000 feet, a speed of no more than 200 knots, and that the landing gear remain deployed. The pilots informed Cooper that the plane's range at that speed and altitude would require a stop for additional fuel. Cooper agreed and chose Reno, Nevada, as the refueling point. As the plane ascended and leveled off, Cooper's demeanor remained calm and composed. He instructed Mucklow to join the pilots in the cockpit and close the door, ensuring no one would see him. At around 8 p.m., a light in the cockpit indicated that the rear staircase had been deployed. The pilots felt a significant change in the plane's altitude and stability shortly after, confirming that Cooper had exited the aircraft. The pilots landed the plane in Reno, where law enforcement officers eagerly awaited. A thorough search of the aircraft revealed no trace of Cooper, except for his black tie, a tie clip, and a few cigarette butts. The briefcase bomb and the ransom money were gone. The FBI launched an extensive investigation, codenamed Northwest Hijacking, to find Cooper. They scoured the suspected drop zone, a densely forested area in southwest Washington, but found no sign of him. Despite deploying search teams, helicopters, and even using submarines to search nearby lakes, Cooper's fate remained a mystery. The FBI initially believed Cooper had not survived the jump due to the harsh weather conditions, the rough terrain, and the unsuitable attire he was wearing. However, no body or parachute fragments were found, fueling speculation that he might have survived. The FBI meticulously tracked the serial numbers of the ransom money, distributing them to banks, casinos, and other businesses nationwide. They hoped Cooper or an associate would inadvertently use the money, leading to a breakthrough in the case. For years, the serial numbers yielded no results, keeping the mystery alive. In 1980, a significant development occurred when an 8-year-old boy named Brian Ingram discovered several decaying $20 bills on the banks of the Columbia River near Vancouver, Washington. The serial numbers matched those of the ransom money. This find reignited interest in the case and led to renewed searches in the area. Despite the promising lead, no further evidence or money was found. The investigation continued for decades, with the FBI interviewing over 800 suspects. Among the most notable were Richard Floyd McCoy and Robert Rackstraw. McCoy, a Vietnam War veteran, was arrested for a similar hijacking attempt just months after Cooper's. He demanded $500,000 and parachuted from a Boeing 727, mirroring Cooper's actions. Although McCoy was apprehended and sentenced to 45 years in prison, he escaped and was later killed in a shootout with police. Some believed McCoy was Cooper, but significant differences in their physical descriptions and McCoy's confirmed alibi for the night of Cooper's hijacking led the FBI to rule him out as a suspect. Robert Rackstraw, another Vietnam veteran with a history of criminal activity, was considered a potential suspect due to his background in explosives and aerial operations. In 2016, a documentary and book by Thomas Colbert suggested Rackstraw was Cooper. However, despite compelling circumstantial evidence, the FBI found no concrete proof linking him to the hijacking and eventually dismissed him as a suspect. The FBI officially closed the case in 2016, citing a lack of new leads. The enduring mystery of DB. Cooper has spawned numerous theories and captured the public's imagination for decades. Some believe Cooper perished during the jump, his remains lost in the rugged terrain. Others speculate he survived and lived out his life in anonymity, his true identity never revealed. Several pieces of evidence continue to intrigue investigators and amateur sleuths alike. The black tie left on the plane contained particles of rare metals, suggesting Cooper might have worked in a specialized manufacturing environment, possibly in the aerospace industry. This led to theories that he could have been an employee of Boeing or a related company. Additionally, the precise nature of his demands and the calm, calculated manner in which he executed the hijacking indicated a level of expertise uncommon among criminals. Despite the case's official closure, interest in DB. Cooper's story remains strong. Books, documentaries, and even fictional portrayals keep the legend alive, each adding their twist to the enigmatic tale. Cooper's daring escape and the FBI's inability to capture him continue to fuel speculation and fascination, ensuring that his name will not be forgotten. In the end, the story of DB. Cooper is more than just a tale of a hijacking, it is a testament to the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries. It reminds us of the human capacity for curiosity and the lengths we will go to uncover the truth. Whether Cooper survived or perished, his audacious act and the questions it left behind will remain etched in history, captivating minds for generations to come.